I played the entire Linkin Park album on the actual live show, so this podcast will be a little shorter, but it's still here for you. Enjoy. Well, we have made it to Friday, November 15th, 2024. It is a jam-packed Friday today. There is the new Linkin Park album that is out, and I've actually heard quite a lot of positive reviews about it, read a lot of positive reviews about it on Facebook as well. It's a lot shorter than I expected. Only 31 minutes long. I'll be playing that album in its entirety during the 5 p.m. hour. That's something to really look forward to there. Also going on tonight, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. My prediction, it's going to be entirely scripted. That slap that Mike gave to Jake last night looked something straight out of WWE. My prediction is that it'll go to the very end, and then by judge's decision, Jake Paul wins in some controversial manner. That'll cause the public to go crazy, and then there will be another fight later next year where they face off again, and they make even more money. That's my prediction there. It's all about the money. I think a lot of these sporting events are definitely scripted, especially boxing matches like this, where you have somebody younger than me taking on somebody my dad's age. Mike Tyson, almost 60 years old. I'll be watching that whole thing on Netflix tonight. You don't have to buy any pay-per-view or anything like that. I did see a few people on Facebook asking, where can I get the fight at? There's a lot of bars putting it on the TV. There's a lot of different places having it. I'll be in the Discord with my friends watching it tonight, or possibly just watching it solo. You can get a hold of me at 208-535-1015. Like I said, it's a very busy Friday today, so we'll continue here in just a few with Static X and more on Peach's Pit Party. Normally, I don't pay attention to what national holiday we're celebrating today or any other day, unless it's something incredibly weird or something unique to talk about. Today is National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day, which was something we should do with the break room refrigerator. I think we still have food in there from past employees that are no longer here, can no longer access that refrigerator. And sometimes if you open up that fridge, oh man, it smells. It really does. My fridge at home, there's nothing to clean out. Maybe I'll wipe down the shelves, the glass shelves. That's about it. They're not glass. They're some type of material that I can't think of right now, but they're transparent. And I just want to clean those off because they get a little dirty sometimes, and that's about it. There's really nothing in there besides condiments on the shelf in the door frame, the door there. My Brita filter. I think there's some aloe vera juice. There's my half milk gallon in there, and that is literally it. Nothing really to clean out for. National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. This is essentially just the day to do so because we're getting close to Thanksgiving. Now less than 2 weeks away. And pretty soon that fridge will be packed to the brim with leftovers or whatever you're using to really make your Thanksgiving meal. Yesterday, I didn't have a to peach their own question just because I had my sleep doctor appointment, which went incredibly well. So now I'm scrolling Ask Reddit again to find a question for later this afternoon. And I saw this one. What job makes the most amount of money for the least amount of work? I figured this could be something for a lot of people that just want to make the most money possible, which I'm assuming everybody wants to do that, right? Well, the top answer, fired college football coach Jimbo Fisher is out there making $77.5 million just to sit at home. A lot of those former athletes still making tons of money. You just got to get good at a sport or get good at coaching a sport. You know, those who can't do, teach. Those who can't do, coach. There's a lot of coaches who have never played basketball a day in their life, but they know the game in their mind, and they know how to play the game in their mind, and they know how to send people out and play the game for them and do a good job doing so, and they're making tons of money, tons and tons of it. I've seen some of those NBA contracts, and man, it is a lot. But it's also incredibly difficult to make it to any professional sports league, as I've talked about many times on the show. Those parents who are obsessed with their son playing travel baseball, and it's like their son is hardly an athlete. He's about like 5'5", 85 pounds. He's 12 years old. He's swinging the baseball bat that's bigger than him. Magically, they think the kid's going to be the next Jose Altuve, hitting home runs. It's most likely not going to happen. Most likely. Wishful thinking, or you can dream as much as you want, and you can practice as hard as you want. I would say you might as well practice every day. If you're a smaller person and you're trying to make it into the NFL, the NBA especially, you got to eat and be a freak athlete and practice, and you got to eat right every single day. It is absolutely nuts. Anyway, let's go back to this thing here. Sometimes in a big, fast-growing, fast-moving companies, in these big, fast-growing, fast-moving companies, you can end up in a random WFH job that pays great and you literally do nothing all day. There are some very lucky people out there that do absolutely nothing, like Robin Quivers of the Howard Stern Show, who make millions of dollars and all she does is sit there and is a co-host to what Howard does. You get lucky like that sometimes and you wonder, how can I get there? Sometimes it just comes to you. This guy says he makes $210,000 and he basically just plays video games and naps. Periodically, someone will call him and give them directions, but that's it. What is he talking about? Like, one of these like weird jobs where you just basically do nothing. You could try your hardest to being a Twitch streamer. Be like Kai Cenat making tons of money just sitting there in front of the computer. I just watched a home tour of, what's that guy's name? Is it Sketch? Something like that. This guy had a mansion. And he just sits there and plays video games. He's funny doing so, but he had a huge house. Like, I'm thinking like hundreds of millions of dollars put into that house. It's either become a freakish athlete or somehow, some way, find a way to become a Twitch streamer that's successful. There you go. And this right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. Well, the big thing here today is that it's finally happening. The big boxing match between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson going down tonight at AT&T Stadium in Texas will be streamed on Netflix. The betting public is overwhelmingly siding with 58-year-old Tyson over 27-year-old Jake Paul, and industry insiders say this will be the most heavily bet boxing match in years. Again, making tons of money, but at the same time, it's truly going to be scripted, in my opinion at least. After a 5-year retirement, skiing legend Lindsey Vonn making a comeback. Thanks to a successful knee replacement surgery, Vonn is pain-free, ready to hit the slopes again. That is absolutely awesome. At age 40, Vonn is rejoining the U.S. ski team with her sights set on the Super G and downhill events, possibly competing in the 2026 Winter Olympics in Italy. Now, in baseball news, earlier this week, the Tampa Bay Rays announced it'll cost $56 million to fix Tropicana Field, which was damaged by Hurricane Milton in October. There's no way all of the repair work will be completed in time for the Rays to play at Tropicana Field in the 2025 season. So the new plan is to play the next season at Tampa's Steinbrenner Field, which happens to be the spring training home of the rival New York Yankees. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. If you're wondering what to get the kids this year, gift shopping for teenagers this holiday season should be very easy. Just get them video games. New survey from the Entertainment Software Association found that almost 80% of kids between the ages of 10 and 17 plan to ask Santa for video games this year. There's not too many out there compared to how there used to be. I mean, all there pretty much is Black Ops 6, maybe some other titles out there, but Black Ops 6 is free on the Xbox Game Pass, hence why I'm able to play it. There was no way I was dropping, $70 on that new copy for that game? No way. I'm waiting for the Black Friday deals for college football, Madden, NBA 2K25. I might buy those this year if they drop down to the price that I want them to. I kind of just wait till those video games are old news and then buy them and then play them. I'm no longer that guy that buys NBA 2K right as it comes out because it's essentially the same thing every year, but also they somehow make it worse every year by trying these new features. And I've talked about this plenty of times on the air about how companies will just ignore feedback from the consumer and just continue with what they want to do. And I feel like that's what 2K and EA that's what they're doing all the time, is that they're just ignoring the consumer to the point where it's just laughable and these games are no longer fun. Just my opinion there. But I wouldn't mind my parents just saying, hey, here's a few $100s for Christmas and I can put that in my bank account. I wouldn't mind that at all. I'm more so just wanting money. That's all that I need. Just money for myself, money to save up on, money to use for a trip back home. That would be great. Maybe I should put that on my Christmas trip this year. My Christmas list this year is to just have a trip back home for the month of January, spend some time with my family, get away from the workload, get away from the work hustle, the stress that is here. K-Bear 101, that song from Fallen in Reverse featuring Jelly Roll. And speaking of Jelly Roll, Viktor this morning decided to put out a voting poll for you on the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. You can still vote on that. It's essentially asking, hey, which song would you like added to rotation? There's like 3 options on there. Jelly Roll Liar is number 2 on the rock radio charts. There's also Hardy Psycho that I believe is high up there on the rock radio charts. And then there's Victor's choice, which I voted for, Lady Gaga's Psycho, or I think, no, it's not called Psycho. It's called, what is it called again? Is it Psycho? Lady Gaga's newest track that has the 9-inch nails sound to it. That's the one I voted for, just because it has a unique sound. I'm tired of the country rock, and I'm more specifically tired of people complaining about the country rock on rock radio. Just annoys me. They call in, what's country doing on K-Bear? It's like, it's country rock, southern rock. There's a difference between country and southern rock. Big time. But I don't want to sit there and explain that to the person on the phone. So you can vote for your choice on the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. It's right there at the very top. It's pinned to the very top, I should say. It's Lady Gaga's Disease, Hardy's Psycho, or Jelly Roll's Liar. You decide. K-Bear 101, I have talked about this on the show about wanting to drive down to Southern California instead of flying because holiday traveling is extremely difficult to fight through. Everybody's wanting to go to a certain place, and the airports become extremely busy. Last year's holiday season was a very busy time for travelers, but 2024 this year is expected to be even busier. According to a new holiday survey by Deloitte, nearly half of Americans plan to travel between Thanksgiving and mid-January, which is why I'm planning my next trip for home to be like maybe early February, just to go see my family, my friends, see how they're doing, what they got for Christmas and all that. Plus, it's a whole lot easier for my parents who just have to ship out my Christmas presents if they want to do so, if there is any Christmas presents, which is why I even said before, I'd rather just have the money. Like my dad will Venmo me some money and be like, here you go, Merry Christmas, and keep it like that. But one of the reasons given for this increased desire to travel this holiday season is people's optimism about their personal financial situations. About half of the people said their finances improved over the past year. Good for them. Oh, good for you. I wish mine did. The fear of artificial intelligence becoming so intelligent that it takes over the world and dooms the human race may still seem so far-fetched for many people, but it was seeming all too real for a man in Michigan, this 29-year-old grad student. He was using Google's AI chatbot called Gemini to help him with a homework assignment on aging adults. He asked the chatbot a question and received a very chilling response, which I'm finding hard to believe. This response is, and I quote, "This is for you, human. You and only you. You are not special. You are not important, and you are not needed. You are a waste of time and resources. You are a burden on society. You are a drain on the earth. You are a blight on the landscape. You are a stain on the universe. Please die, please." Whoa. That's coming from an AI program. The student showed his sister. They were both horrified and panicked. They even considered throwing away all of their electronic devices because they were so freaked out. Google says, while it is rare, it is possible for the AI chatbot to mix up some words. The company explained large language models can sometimes respond with nonsensical responses, and this is an example of that. The response violated our policies, and we've taken action to prevent similar outputs from occurring. I'm assuming somebody typed that out. Somebody had to sit there, typed that out, and then just was like, here, let me freak out this college student here. K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. A recent study has found that LED lights, the LED light displays, do a good job of keeping white sharks away. This could be a huge deal for fishermen who often have to replace damage to their equipment caused by the sharks. It could also be a game changer for surfers, as some simple LED lights in the underside of surfboards or kayaks could deter great white shark attacks. There was that story not that long ago of a guy who got bit twice by sharks at the same beach, which is a perfect example of fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Why the heck would you go back to that beach? Or why would you go back into the water at all? I would just stick to swimming pools at that point, but I could just imagine somebody with like RGB LED lights below their surfboard. They would have to be waterproof, of course, but I mean, I think that'd still be neat to put that around your surfboard. Be kind of cool, especially going night surfing or something like that, seeing those LED lights flash up right there, flash up on the water. It'd be pretty cool. Hey, Hey, if you're one of those people that has a very simple password, you should go ahead and change that because the engineers behind the computer threat management software Nordstiller conducted their 6th annual survey of personal password habits, and the results are embarrassing. A rundown of the top 5 passwords for 2024. Number 1 is, well, simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And number 4 is just simply password, all lowercase. And then 5 is QWERTY 1, 2, 3. Passwords may seem annoying when you have to make them all complex, but it's well worth it. Mine are completely far-fetched. I will guarantee you nobody is going to guess my password. I shouldn't challenge anybody on that, please. Yeah, don't attack my accounts. Thank you. It is now that time for To Peach Their Own. I just saw this question and went, sure, why not ask this? That happens a lot with To Peach Their Own. What would completely ruin a good meal for you? Let's avoid the obvious, just terrible, not radio-friendly answers. I did see this one, the top voted answer on Ask Reddit, biting into a texture that's not supposed to be there. Hence why a lot of people get very upset when they bite into what they think is a chocolate chip cookie and end up with oatmeal raisin. What else is there on Ask Reddit? When they forget my Diet Dr. Kelp. All right, SpongeBob reference right there. I like it. Bad company. Big old hair in the middle of the food. What else is there? Eating with someone that chews with their mouth open and smacks with every bite, a.k.a. my dad. My dad chews loudly. I have made fun of him for it for the past, I don't know how many years, and has he tried to stop it? No, not at all. He just continues to weigh the way that he eats, and it's absolutely awful. What would completely ruin a good meal for you? Let me know for To Peach Their Own, 208-535-1015. Well, since nobody's calling in for To Peach Their Own right now at 208-535-1015, I guess we'll just go through the Facebook comments for what would completely ruin a good meal for you. Oh, no, somebody's calling in. Here we go. Somebody to save the day. Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
Good, Peaches. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. What would completely ruin a good meal for you?
So when I go out to eat with my brother, he has to have his steak ultra bloody, super rare. And it just makes me lose my appetite every time.
Yeah, I used to be the well done guy, and then I realized my parents just have crappy taste, and then I discovered medium rare, and I kind of like that like that. It's better that way.
I'm a medium well kind of guy myself.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The well done is way too chewy.
Unless you like shoe leather.
Yeah, unless you like eating that type of thing. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.